Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Baby, let's go. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. 30 base.
59, Mike to 59. Check pass.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Let's get off.
Come.
D, let's get off the field, D.
Smoke.
Mike 5'9".
On second down, here's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
Blue draw corkers.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, Locke. It's complete to Hopkins. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
We got this.
23 yards on the play.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They'll run. It's Lindsay. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, it's Lindsay. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Let's go.
Second and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Come on, set. 10-2 saw.
He can't hang.
6-6, bullet high. Get it.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Look at me, zipper.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
You think you gonna get this?
They'll try to run with Lindsay. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
One more time with Lindsay, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it third and goal.
Let's go. 10 Lobo.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Hey, me. Hey.
All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, orbit.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Ready to go. Hit it.
Lock now on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 10 Tucson. Young D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Scene 6.
Throwing on first down. Love. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go.
Hey. Hey, Charlie.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Locked to throw on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
80 weapon. Safety creep. Let's go.
On first down, Swift. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Raider first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it. Because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
X3, 218, chopper. Bravo. 5.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. This into the hands of Marvin Hall, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
18 Gator.
Let's go, let's go. Deuce,
Go. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike 59.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey.
I'm here all day.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go. On the book, get it.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Hamilton. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Right there. All day, baby.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Topper.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Block now after the pick on the last drive. 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Able to get this to Gordon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
97's the mic. 97's the
Alpha.
97's the mic. 97's the...
Go. Switch up. Switch up. 61. Matchbox. Light.
97's the mic. 97's the mic.
So we got ready.
Back to throw. Love. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the...
And the Raiders have got him. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick throw going to be caught by Hamilton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. On second down now, Swift. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
60 Pittsburgh. 45's the mic. Rabbit.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Looking to throw. Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Rip right.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
On 1st and goal, Washington. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. DeAndre Washington. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 13-7.
Broncos 13, Raiders 7. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Down.
Denver
50,
offense
play.
at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep,
run what
put
you
your
do
foot on
best.
the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Out.
On On first down, right back to Lindsey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Right,
Now! On the ball! Ready!
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey.
Man, I got you.
And all the way home for a Bronco score. Phillip Lindsey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. On 3rd down, Swift, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Love. He gets this one to Johnson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Love. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Cut. Take 4.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Three buzz. Kill.
On first down, Swift. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On second down, Swift. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Ready. Mike, 45. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Check 9.
Pilot, 64. Weak. Go.
On second down now, Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown.
45.
Back to throw. Love. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Here we go. Let's go. 45's the mic. Come on.
On 4th down, Love. And that is incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Another run by Lindsey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Mike to 59. I'm coming for you. You mine.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Haywood. And
59's Mike. Check. 59.
let's go.
Lock going to throw.
Get that ball.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Cleveland Farrell gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Here's Sam Martin now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Love. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Denver, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milk. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell, Sylvester Stallone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hop with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clipper D. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they, though they taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they, though they taking notice. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, pour